Hey guys! So I'm here with another Throughout the Years video, and this is my Throughout the Years video from when I was 6 years old or when I was in kindergarten. And before I start, I was thinking that I had some pictures that I probably should have included with my previous videos. Because I was thinking, I'm like, I actually have like the school photos for most of my years in school, so I'm like, it would be fun to show off these pictures. So rather than like re-recording those videos or just skipping the pictures, I thought I would show pictures from when I was little. So the first one is when I was a little baby, and it's me in my crib, like surrounded by stuffed animals. But okay, here's the picture, if you can see it. So I mean, this wasn't my doing, this is my parents' doing, but I always loved like dolls and stuffed animals. That's me like surrounded by them. And they're like bigger than me too, which is funny. So there's that picture. And then here's a picture of me when I was, I guess, a year old, it says in the back, so older. And then this is one of me in junior kindergarten, so when I was 5. This is me. I don't know. I always liked this picture. I love like the colors that I'm wearing. The shirt colors. I still love those colors. I think this is one of my favorite like school pictures. And then this is a teeny tiny little picture, but this is me, if it's gonna focus, in kindergarten with a crazy background, and then with my little cute bangs, like short little bangs and the cute little haircut. So yes, I don't know. I would always, with my hair, it would be like long, like here was super long, and then I would cut it short. It's like every other school year I'd have long hair, then I have short hair, long hair, short hair, which is kind of like my hair now, because I'll like grow it out so long and then I'll like decide to just cut it, and then it will just grow out so long and then I'll cut it. So anyway, but in kindergarten, in kindergarten at my school, so I went to junior kindergarten. Junior kindergarten, you just stay half day. You'd either be there in the morning or afternoon, but you go Monday through Friday. In kindergarten, you'd go every day, and you had to go in the morning. And it was optional to stay in the afternoon. So, like, the morning would be more the fundamental type of basic things you have to learn in kindergarten, and then the afternoon was called enrichment, and it was an optional thing to go to. But I think, like, everyone in my class, except maybe, like, one person, went to enrichment. And what we do is you'd have your teacher in the morning who would be your like official teacher, and then in the afternoon you'd switch. So it was a small like Catholic private school, so there's only 2 kindergarten classes. So we just switch teachers. I had my teacher in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'd have another teacher. And my biggest memory from kindergarten was actually in the enrichment class with that teacher, and I always felt like that teacher was a little of more the strict kind of scary teacher versus the one that I had. And one time I remember sitting in class, and in our class we had this, I think both of the classes, like it was an overall kindergarten thing, I had these punch cards. And what it was, each week you'd have this like cut out a construction paper card, and each person would have one. It probably had like your name on it. And throughout the week, if you did something good, you get a sticker. And then if you did something bad, they would take a hole punch and you get a punch. And then at the end of the week, you'd have to bring it home to your parents, because the parents all knew about it as well. So they'd be expecting a punch card to see the results of your punch card at the end of the week. And I was always so terrified of getting a punch. And I was just like, since my parents knew about it and I had to show it to my parents, I was always just scared of like disappointing my parents. And I don't know, from a young age I was always kind of like not like afraid of authority, and didn't want to disappoint authority, and didn't ever want to be the bad kid in my class. So I think when I was younger, before like kindergarten, before this like threat of punishment where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to disappoint my parents so much if I get a punch. I think I was more like talkative. I don't know, like crazy talkative, but I was more like boisterous sort of kid. But like as soon as the threat of a punch, I was like such a quiet kid in my class. I'd sit there, do my work, and not talk, and just be very quiet, and like I'm not going to get in trouble. I'm never going to do anything to get in trouble. And I was just terrified of getting a punch. So one time I was sitting in class, And, you know, I was doing my work and just being very quiet and doing what I was supposed to be doing. But, like, the whole rest of the class was talking and being very loud. And the teacher was trying to, like, oh, hey, be quiet. You know, we need to focus. And just no one was listening to her. And she kind of got fed up and she's like, okay, that's it. You know, if you guys don't stop now, everyone's going to get a punch. And I remember just feeling so, like, how can you do that? Like, I'm sitting here doing my work. If we're not supposed to be talking, how am I supposed to quiet people down? Like, if you, the teacher, can't control the class, how am I supposed to control the class? I always hated that, like, being lumped in with everyone else, because I was like, if I get a punch because everyone else is being bad, like, how is that fair? So I felt, like, very worried, and, like, how am I going to go home? And, you know, if I get a punch, how do I explain this to my parents? And this is going to be horrible, and it's going to tarnish my perfect record. Needless to say, she was only, like, it was only a threat, and she didn't carry through with it. I think people got quiet after that, and the threat of punches was enough to get everyone to be quiet. But I think I would sit up or like I would like lay awake at night and think about this. I was like, well, I wonder if I could cover up if I had a sticker, could I move the sticker and put it over a punch? Like, my parents wouldn't know. Like, thinking about that now, like, obviously if they turned it around, they're going to see, like, there was a punch and you're hiding it with a sticker. But I was like, could I do that? And, yeah, I would think about ways that I could hide the punch. And I was, like, so terrified of it. I don't know. I just never wanted to be, like, a bad kid or, like, get in trouble. But that's something that's carried with me. I never have liked in school where, like, the whole class gets in trouble for something that not everyone did. I'm like, I was doing what I was supposed to do, and I always hated when teachers, like, would make the whole class accountable for everyone's actions, or kind of be like, you know, if someone's doing something wrong, like, you should tell them to stop. I'm like, how is it my responsibility for other people's behavior? I should only be held responsible for my own behavior. So that's something that's continued on, and I was always in school, like, a good kid, like, always follow directions and be, like, I'm the one scared of the punishments, and the ones that really the punishment should be for and are trying to, like, motivate, they would just wouldn't care. So that's my kindergarten memory. I'm trying to think of more, but that's, like, the one that's really stood out to me. Just always in school wanting to, like, follow directions and not get in trouble, and yeah. So that is my video, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye. That was weird. Bye. Bye.